So what else we got cooking? Anything pertinent you guys have thought about in the week that you'd like to share with the world?
I'm glad that CallRail's fixed.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, they finally sent an email about that. A week and a half, 2 weeks later.
After
I'm like, oh, there goes the email that would have been nice 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, like Armageddon with people showing half of the leads that they're actually getting and emailing us like, what's going on? Why are our leads dropping off? Blah, blah, blah. Not trying to explain to them that they haven't dropped off. You're just not seeing them. That was fun. They still haven't fixed their bug though about pulling up the MCC accounts when you link it to Google and CallRail. Like if it's a company that starts with the letter S or above, I still am not seeing it in CallRail. So I have to put a 1 in front of it, the account name, just so it pulls up right away.
Oh crap!
That's a trick. If anyone watching this is running into that, is
If CallRail is watching, we lost more customers and recurring revenue than we pay you monthly, which is a significant amount. So we just want to say thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts.
Good times.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
As the only What Converts user here, I didn't have any problems last week or lose any clients. We did integrate our unbounced forms with What Converts, which I don't know why I hadn't done that before, but it produced a nice monthly report and a single interface they can go to. A nice clean interface, by the way, that everybody seems to love.
What's it called? What Converts?
What Converts?
I never even heard of that.
I hadn't heard of it either. And one day I'm doing some research on getting call extensions to always be tracked in Google Ads. And I'm reading some Google documentation that reference What Converts. I'm like, what's this stuff? Yeah. And they're solid. They're really solid. And their support, again, is excellent, which is not something I ran into.
And it's call tracking platform?
Yeah, What Converts? It's a call and lead tracking platform.
And is it accurate with Google?
Seems to be.
Yeah.
Does it make you rotate through a pool of numbers?
Yeah, we have a pool. We can rotate through a pool of numbers for tracking purposes.
Got it.
That's the same thing CallRail does.
All right. Yeah. What do you pay per client per month, like on average?
Let me think about that. It's got to be not probably less than $100. No, it's got to be less than that.
Yeah, it's got to be way less.
$10, like $10 maybe. Yeah.
Okay. We pay about 20, like $15 for lease numbers, and then about, let's call it $5 for usage, plus or minus.
Well, I pay less with What Converts than I paid 5 years ago with CallRail when I dumped them for PhoneWagon, who then got sold to CallRail.
Yeah.
So,
You got stuck back with them again.
Yeah.
We had issues with PhoneWagon with spam calls.
It was a big issue. That was a big issue for sure. But support was there. I hated they upgraded the interface in PhoneWagon until it was a spaghetti mess that I couldn't understand. That's one thing I like with What Converts. I literally I understand it. There's no confusion there. I think it's got a nice interface, good support, but it does the exact same thing. So there's no problem using CallRail.
Got it. How'd you guys make out sales wise last week? How many new onboards did you bring in? We had 5 last week, 3 commits this week. No, 4 commits, 1 pay. Okay. So it's been weird this month. It's been weird. It's either, as they always say, feast or famine. It feels like. That's the tricky part with white label. It's like you put it out there and then they have to go close the deal. So you're kind of waiting on it. And it's like nothing you can really do to influence the sale to accelerate it outside of like hunting for agencies that have a book of business already with another agency that you're trying to steer from. So that's the tricky part where it makes it a little bit more difficult to kind of build the pipeline out. You can't close a person who doesn't have a client. You know, it's like I can't hard close and say, let's launch this campaign now because they don't have one. So how about you, Dustin? How'd you make out?
Last week, I had some calls and no closes, but I've been honestly working more on ops. And I also have an ad. I'm working on some video ads to run Facebook wise for the agency and YouTube and do some things there. So I've been like marking up the whiteboard, getting stuff together, nice. All that whole fun mess, VSL I'm working on. So I'm taking a slightly different approach, but it's really same approach we've talked about with YouTube. It's just putting a little fuel behind it with the money because I'd rather just
I like
pay to play sometimes since that's what we do.
Very cool. Rob, how many onboards did we have last week? I have no idea.
I don't know. I have to look. I think 11.
Sweet. We had a busy week.
Yeah, good week. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. 11. Yeah.
Sweet. Now, not all of them were new clients. Some of them are secondary campaigns for an existing client. So like, let's say they're an HVAC client. If they bring on a plumbing campaign, we treat that as a separate onboard so that
Yeah.
all the details and
Couple
data
of those.
are correct.